welcome back. It's Monday, May 11th, 2015. I'm Jeremy, talking about what you can do today to make tomorrow better. First thing, quick shout out to my dad, if he ever happens to watch this. Happy birthday. Hope you're having a good one. Hope you will have a good one. I'm sure you'll have a good dinner, maybe get around to golf. I wish I could be there for that, but hopefully soon. I should be home in June. And that's it. All right, on to the tip. I'll try to make this as quick as possible. I'm going to try to make a summation of a giant and heavy idea that was, from the church sermon tonight. Learn to take blessings from tragedy. The story tonight, there was a couple, and it was about the woman who 7 years ago or 8 years ago, when she had just gotten married, they had a kid, and when the kid was 6 months old, she had like a brain aneurysm. It was something that had been in her head since birth, never knew about it, and it just erupted. Should have killed her. They thought she was going to die. She ended up surviving, was on a tube for, feeding tube, bed for a year, years and years of recovery. And she's at the point now where she can talk, but half of her face is paralyzed. She's in a wheelchair for life. The point is, on the surface, you hear that and it just looks so sad, and you think of that. And it's like one of those things, why does this happen to me, God? Why does God let bad things happen to good people? And that was kind of the mess of the church. That was the whole point of the sermon. They have a charity foundation now called Hope Heals, and she basically refers to the human body as, her earth suit, because, they were like the, perfect family, married, just had a kid, white picket fence, all that, and then that happened, and it was like tragedy, and a lot of people let that, break them, but I always feel like, God kind of gives you only so much that you can handle until you're ready for more, or whatever, till he's ready for you, because the spirit lives on after we die here. So that was kind of her battle and her point. Like, there was times where she didn't want to be alive anymore. She thought everyone would be happier. This was her telling her story that, she really wanted to die and not be here. And for her, it was the whole, to lose what she had. It may have seemed more of like a curse to be saved and then live that way than a blessing. But to cut to the chase, through all her struggle, and it was a huge struggle, and they're still going to struggle. There's still going to be a lot of hard times. She got to the point where she realized this was a temporary stay, and it was a blessing, because now she can be a blessing, and she's going to take her situation, the card she was dealt, and own it, champion it, help other people who, are in similar situations or go through similar circumstances, and basically just let her spirit grow and define who she is, not so many of the things that it's easy to get carried away with, just the outward appearances and materialistic things out here. And it's all about taking your own personal struggles with your own shortcomings, with, maybe it's something happened to you, you lost a loved one or a friend or a spouse, or you had something happen to you, and could have been in the war and combat, and just in a car accident. So many things could happen, just like emotional pain. Like, you can just, there's so many different ways that you can feel you're hindered and kind of held back. And if you just realize that everyone's going to suffer in one way or another at some point, and everyone's going to have to deal with that suffering, the sooner you can own up and just own that suffering and say, okay, I'm going to do my best to conquer this, to fight back, to learn how to, deal with it, champion it, like she would say, the better it's going to be for you, but even more so, the more it's going to do for other people, because then they'll see what you're doing, and you'll be a beacon of light. You'll be an inspiration for them. and that'll lead to a lot of nice tomorrows. So do that. You have a good Monday. Say happy birthday to my dad if you happen to see him. His name's Bill, and that's it. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.